Hello and welcome to another one of our videos. This is our 67 plate BMW 330 Xdrive M Sport Touring. This is the Auto with the 8-speed ZF gearbox. It's a one owner car. It's covered 25,000 miles with full service history. It's due to go in for its service next week. The car's finished in sapphire black metallic. We've additionally put some genuine BMW black gloss M Performance kidney grills in the front there, which I think really enhance the sportiness of the M Sport car. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure it's in focus. So we're just going to go around the car initially, and then we'll show you some of the spec on the car. So this car has the 442M 19-inch alloy wheels, has the M Performance brake calipers, which are a larger disc and a larger brake pad to give you better braking, and they're also finished in this lovely blue powder coated finish. Just come back out and around. We've got the LED lights at the front as well. Now the front bumper is in really good condition. There's not really any chips that I can see to speak of. Tiny little one just there, just catch it where that light is. The bonnet's all in lovely condition. The whole car's been detailed, machine polished. There's a couple of very tiny little chips that the camera will highlight because of the light reflection, and they'll be polished down once they've hardened up a little bit. They've got a lovely glossy finish. The whole car's been, like I say, rotary polished and then polished with a polishing motor that oscillates, so it sort of rotates around in a circle as it spins, and that takes out the sort of holograms, the scratches that show up sometimes. So we've got a nice clean finish on this car. Just come round and show you the car on this side. All of the alloys are in lovely condition. We've got Bridgestone run flat tyres on the car. I'll come in and show you around this petrol flap as well. There's no scratches or anything. Come up onto the roof. There's no marks, no tree sap stains in the paintwork, no bird dropping marks or anything like that. We look down the side of the car, there's no ding dents or anything like that. So let's just come back a bit further. So I'll come around to the back. We've got the LED lights at the back. So the 330 is 258 brake horsepower. So plenty of power, great fuel economy. We've got rear camera, front and rear parking sensors as well. They have a split opening boot on the Touring, as I'm sure most of you know, but I'll just show you anyway and show you just how clean the car is. Again, I'm trying to make sure this is all in focus for you. All lovely condition, no damage or anything. We've got the blind in there, and then just in front of that we've got like a netting that clips up onto the roof line. And then if I can just move my hand around, the top of the bumper there, no nasty chips or scratches there. So we'll pop this down, make sure that's shut. There we go. We'll open up the boot. Boot's fully electric. You can open and close it with the key. Bring you in and show you how nice and tidy it is. Open this up, and this is the netting that clips up, the cargo net. All of the carpets in lovely condition. Got extended storage, get a little bit of extra storage at the front, and then in the back we've got the elasticated bits at the side there. And then under here we've got the locking wheel nut and you can store the blind, which is just there. That will sit in along there, out of the way. And then we've got some added storage underneath here, all lovely and clean in there. Little hooks for your carrier bags, etc. All nice and clean in here with the first aid kit. And then at the top, up here, all this is in really nice condition. Sometimes these can get quite badly scuffed. This is actually all nice and clean up here. And then we've got the closure button, rear camera. Now I'm not too sure if they're going to work because I've got, oh yeah, and we've got the lights under the door handles. If we open up on the front door here, we'll see that there's puddle lights down beneath, all nice and clean. Even under the doors are all cleaned. Everything's in lovely condition. Got the black Dakota leather with the brushed aluminium, the black gloss trim along the top. We've got the Harman Kardon sound system with 16 speakers. We've got additional speakers up on the top here, some under the seats and some in the back. Got the little button down here which blows up the bolsters on the sides, both here and here, to sort of hold you in the seat nicely. Headrests pop forward and backwards. We've got the professional navigation, heated seats, dual climate control. The iDrive wheel you can write on, which we'll show you in a bit. USB and auxiliary in here as well. This is all illuminated inside as well. Just show you in the back. So the rear door card, again, no damage on there, no scuffs. All nice and clean, puddle lights. We look at the seals around the door, no scratches or dig marks. All of the rubbers are lovely around the door aperture. Again, all of the leather in the rear, all in lovely condition. And when Peter's basically cleans the interiors, he uses a steamer as well, so they're sort of sanitized at the same time. It's a really good method for cleaning safely. We've got the right equipment to do that. Just show you quickly around here again. No scratches, all nice and clean in there. It's not been scratched, by fuel pumps or anything like that. If we have a look in the back on the driver's side rear, the door card, I'm just scanning my eyes over it, can't see any damage on there either. No, that's all good. All nice down there, all the puddle lights working, etc. Backs of the seats are in really nice condition, as are the air vents, no damage to those. Sometimes they get kicked, by our younger generation. Not that it's their fault, they're only children, aren't they? But sometimes they can damage those, but this is all in lovely condition. So we'll come out of there into the driver's side. We're just going to flip the lights off for a second. So again, the door card's in really nice condition. There's no damage on there at all. Very, very slight bit of wear just on the very edge. It's very, very minor, but I'm just trying to be transparent. Very, very minor. We've got the folding Anti-Dazzle mirrors, which auto dip when you reverse as well. So they fold in both sides. You can do the folding from the key fob as well by pressing and holding. Just showing you down here, there's no damage on the end of the door card. Sometimes the seat belts jam in the door and they can get dig marks, but there's nothing on this one. All down here is lovely and clean as well, as you can see. Let's take you around the seat on the driver's side. So most people would like to see the bolster, which is all good. No wear there. All the seating. And all around the gear stick and the aluminium trim in the centre is all in lovely condition, as is the steering wheel. Let's just try and focus a little bit more. No nasty scratches or anything on the leather. That's all in lovely condition as well. Just going to get into the car. He says as he crashes into it. Right, let's start her up. So this one's due to go in. We use a BMW specialist for the servicing, and everything goes into the iDrive and everything's checked. We check all the brake pads despite what it might say on the service information. So down here we've got the different modes. We've got the black panel display. If you didn't know what black panel display, it's this little panel down here. We've got the DAB, FM, AM, and then we've got the music collection, which is the hard drive. I believe it's about 80 gigabytes, so plenty of space for your music. If you use the phone button, it will show you when your phone's connected the last dialed numbers, and you can dial out. We've got speed limiter and cruise control. So if we press the speed limiter, let's try and get focus. There we go. Using the little roller button, we can adjust the speed that we want to be to set to, basically, to stop you going over that speed. You can power through it in emergencies if you need to power around someone. Got the cruise control as well. And then the little A on the headlight button just there is for the high beam assist, which uses a camera just up here. So when you've got your headlights on, the camera will pick up headlights or lit up areas that you drive into and automatically dip the lights. So when we press that button to put them on, it lights up like so, and that's it turned off. So down here we've got the 8-speed ZF gearbox, which you can use to go into manual mode, forwards and backwards on here, or we have the paddle shift known as the sports transmission, which is quite a common option. But there are still cars out there that don't, that wasn't selected on, so they don't have the paddle shift. And then we've got the Pro Nav. You've got the shortcuts along the bottom here. Oh, sorry, let's go back. Media. So this is where we've got the DAB, FM, music collection, and then if we come down, we've got the USB, Bluetooth, etc. Then we've got all the graphic equalizer for the Harman Kardon system. Come out of there. Communications for all your Bluetooth, all your numbers, etc. You can save some of the numbers on these numbers down here. If you run your finger just lightly across there, you can see you can assign these to radio stations, some selected windows within the iDrive. For example, if we go into here, if I go onto map, so this view is looking straight down. You could save that view on number 7, for example. Let's go back, there we go. And if we come down, you'll see all these sub menus here. If we go down to map views, if we want perspective, which is sort of a bird's eye view looking forward, we could then save that on number 8. And then rather than going to the sub menus, you can just press number 7, which I didn't save properly by the looks of it. No, so let's just try that again, because that will annoy me if I haven't got that right. So in direction of travel, let's save that one there. There we go. And now if we press number 8, you'll see that it will flick to the other view. Voila. So got there. Connective drive. This is where you can basically pay BMW, if you wish, for some additional information, weather radar, Flickr, the news, and it will show you like news bulletins, etc., and a few other features. We come out of there. My Vehicles, where we've got all the settings and sub menus on the right. Again, you can change the lighting in the car, doors and how they lock. I think if I go into here, this is where I mentioned the tailgate. So you can actually adjust how high the tailgate opens. So come out of there, and if we come down to this one, this is where you've got all your displays units, the touchpad being the touchpad here. Excuse me. Okay, so if we're in, if we go back to navigation and we went to address input, we need to put the country in. There we go. So it's European maps on here as well. So if we go into city, town, you can use postcodes here. So you can use voice input, or you will get used to this, by the way. If you're not left-handed, it's quite forgiving. You can just write with your finger on here, and then it will shortcut to the left, and you can do postcodes as well and enter your destination in like so. So just below here we've got the dual climate control, heated seats. I've got a little cup holder down here as well. 12 volt socket here. There is another 12 volt socket just up underneath the glove box. Got all the paperwork in there, the manuals. There's another manual within the Xdrive as well. Now the driving modes down here, Eco, Pro, Sport. If I bring you back up here, we put it into Eco Pro. This will change the ECU settings on the engine to make the car more economical, better fuel economy, etc. It will feel a bit flatter on the response on the throttle. You can also look at different windows which will show you how well you're doing for your fuel economy. You can configure it, you can turn off things like it'll show you your coasting and stuff like that, your efficiency just down there, 92%. Quite a clever little system. If you go into comfort, that's like a medium setting, I guess. And your sports setting will make the throttle response more responsive, basically. And excuse me, I've got a tickly throat today. It's very hard to concentrate. So in sport mode, it will make the throttle more responsive and gives you a little bit more oomph. And if you go into Sport Plus, it will turn some of the traction control off. You can also see the sport displays, which if I rev the engine, you'll see how much power. You can change the units on that as well. So I've looked at all of that. We've looked in here, we've got the USB in there and auxiliary. Like I say, all the levers in lovely condition. Let's jump out and have a look underneath. In fact, what we will do, if we go back into menu before we get out, if we come down to driver information, sorry, vehicle status, onto the left. So, PDI service, 2017. And then the oil and filter service, the brake fluid service was done, along with a major service. So that's had fuel, air filter. Now the reason it's in amber is because it was probably done a few months over. We found a lot of cars lately have had that because of the lockdown. Now when we take it in to have it checked over, in fact we come back out, let's see if there's anything due. So front brake pad 6,000, so this will go in to be checked, and we'll reset all those so that all the perimeters will be right, and the rear pads 27. So we need to go and check the front brake pads. It says it's got 6,000 miles remaining, but we know from experience that they want to be checked because the inner pad wears a bit quicker sometimes. So this will go in for a service check and inspection, and he also plugs the cars in and checks there's no fault codes in there as well. Oh, before I forget, we've also got rear camera. So we've got rear camera, obstacle marking and guidelines as well, so you can see your way into a parking space. Let's just put it back into drive. Yes, so like I was saying, all of the cars go to the local BMW specialist for the servicing and a good check over and MOT if required as well. So this is the engine bay, obviously. All this is cleaned by hand. We spend quite a long time making sure this is all as clean and as nice as it can be. Any leaves are hoovered out. We don't jet wash in these gullies because it tends to make the leaves, you know, that get blown under there go to like a mulchy mess, and then it'll block up the waterway. So you're better off hoovering them out, and that prevents you from getting that problem. All up under here is all nice and clean. Voila, thank you. That's all done. Now we do offer a Celtic remap on this car as well if you wish, the cost of which is about £300 plus VAT. And like I say, that will increase the brake horsepower to 310 brake horsepower. So it'll be similar performance to the 335 engine. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope I've covered everything today. I'm trying to recover from a cold at the moment, so it's quite hard to talk without coughing. But I think we've done okay there. Right, thanks for watching. Give us a call. We'll be happy to help. All the best. Bye.